Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm laughing at my dog because he's right here stalking me. This is going to be your general reading for November 2020. This is a general reading, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. That does require a personal reading. You can click on the eye up here that'll take you over to my website. When you get there, you can go to the main menu and look for tarot readings or tarot consultations. I don't know what it says. And I have several packages there for card reading. We are on the eve of the election. Halloween just passed. We had our full moon, which is our second full moon for the month of October, known as a blue moon. So we're still under the influence of that full moon. We are underneath the Mercury retrograde as well. And we are moving into the holiday season, the big holiday season. So there's a lot happening and a lot going on. And so this is going to be just a short, quick reading. We will be using the Radiant White deck. We'll be clarifying with Levita Sibila, and we will wrap the reading up with a, what do you call it? Golden Nostradamus card. I am going for the second half of my oral surgery next week, I believe, as well as taking my certification test for Texas Master Gardener. So, this is going to be crazy. The whole month of October was just nuts for me. It really was. I've never been to so many doctor's appointments in my life. I tell you, it's crazy. So, let me... Okay. It's the move on, people. All I could do this year was donate. That's all I could do this year. Normally I do phones and, stuff like that. So all I could do this year was donate. So they're texting. Hold on, let me text her back. She's so sweet. Hold on. Alrighty then. So, I'm going to turn the camera around and plug my phone back in because it's going dead. And we will get started with the reading. So, I'll put one more shuffle on these. Here we go. 7 of coins. 10 of wands. Yes, well, that makes perfect sense. 2 of swords. But you already know the answer, Capricorn. Whatever this is about, you already know the answer. The Wheel of Fortune. That's big. The 3 of coins. Oh wow, the Star card. I love seeing that when it comes out. Wow. The 4 of cups. The 9 of coins. You're funny, Capricorn. And the Strength card, which really represents the time frame of summer, Leo, August, high summer. Wow, this is a great reading. The Fool card. Definitely this is a new beginning, a new chapter, and I think that you have been pondering what it is you need to do, or the question, have I even done enough? And I kind of get the sense that you feel, or you think, or you're unsure that you haven't done enough. And I get the sense that you kind of feel like you're walking into a situation blindfolded, but you're not. As soon as I saw these cards, particularly this one, it says you already know what to do. Even though that's not a message I ever get with that particular card. Can you see, now look, his eyes are closed. He's walking. No, You can't see into the future. You can't know how this is all going to play out. But I want you to look at something. We go from the seven, and sevens are a moment of questioning yourself, of self. I don't necessarily want to say self doubt, but self examination. You're wondering if can I even fit that thing in? Have I done enough? Do I have room for it? But then I see this, we go from the seven to the three. So this tells me that four coins, and I'm not sure exactly if this is the idea of you completely changing, in a sense, life course, because the fours represent stability. Think of a square. It's one of the most solid, stable, what do you call it, shapes in the universe. So it represents foundations, solid foundations. It represents stability, something solid. I think you already knew that something was going to have to change for you. You want to know why? Because times have changed. This is really the turn of the wheel. We're moving into the age of Aquarius here. We also know that we have Taurus and Capricorn. Taurus and Capricorn. Uranus and Capricorn. If I'm not mistaken, we had Mercury in retrograde. Now, I think it's in Scorpio. I'm not exactly sure. Something's in Scorpio. I don't know what that is right at the moment. But it looks to me as though maybe you got some advice or you had some plans. You maybe talked to somebody about it. And the truth is, this really is everything you've ever dreamed of. I think this is your opportunity to, break free or get away. I have two tens here. And two tens speak to a change of career and finances for the better. But it also speaks to the end of a relationship and or phase in a relationship. Whatever this thing is, it's big. I have these three major arcana cards here. But it ends with an 8. And 8s are always rather positive in a reading, because what they mean is that you are nearing the end or the completion of whatever this thing is. And I think the card is telling you that you need to be strong about it and face whatever this is and whatever this is. Now, if this is about going into some kind of contractual issue without knowing, that's pretty risky. And maybe whatever negotiations or happens or plans that are put forth, you're not that pleased about it. But look at you standing here in your finery, in your garden with the grapes and the hawk. Okay? And I find it always interesting that this particular hawk is hooded, because we know that hawks have a quote-unquote bird's eye view. They can see for miles ahead. So this is about planning for the future. But I think in this instance that hooded hawk is saying to you, don't try to look so far down the road. Focus on where you are right now and everything that you have achieved, that you've done, where you came from and how you got here. And I think this would be a great way to wrap up 2020. And I think we should all take stock and do that. And that whatever comes up, just simply approach it. You don't have to come at it as being a bitch or being super hard or being super forceful. Just, approach it with gentility, with kindness, with diplomacy, and you can conquer this thing. That's what that's telling me. Now I have 1, 2, 3 coins, and one sword, 1 cup, and 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. So this is really lovely. So let me take a look, because these are big cards. Please, Luke, go away. In a minute, go away. Go away. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the 7 of... Oh my God, they just won't leave me alone. 7 of Pentacles. With the Wheel of Fortune, it is telling you that your intuitive powers are acute at this time, and you are to use them when making important decisions regarding investments and or business ventures. Rely on your inner wisdom. That's why you're blindfolded here, and this is why your eyes are closed, and this is why that hawk is. Okay? That's what that's telling me. That's quite interesting. Let me look at the 10 of Wands here. Nothing about the 10 of Wands. The 2 of Swords. I'm laughing because my animals are so funny, you guys. The 2 of Swords says, here it is. Nothing about the 2 of Sons. Okay. The 3 of Pentacles. Really, whatever this thing is, I think you're, and not to be, I don't know where the camera stopped, but the last thing I remember talking to you about was this 2 of Swords. And we were talking about, you know, the intuitive powers where, so I said, you know, here you are with your eyes closed. Even here, you know, and not to make a mountain, that's what the cards are saying, is not to make a mountain out of the molehill. It's not as important as you think it is, that hooded hawk there. Okay? But there was nothing about the 2 of Swords next to any of these cards. So I'm now going to do the 3 of Pentacles. Next to the Wheel of Fortune, it tells you to have faith and trust in your own talents. You will find success in your endeavors. Okay. The 4 of Cups. I just think this card represents the idea of whatever this thing is that's being offered to you, it's not what you wanted, okay? But the truth of the matter is, a lot of things that we get or that come to us don't come to us. It's not exactly what we wanted, nor does it come to us in the manner in which we expected it to. Yeah? And so we can dismiss things out of hand like that, right? But don't. Okay, don't dismiss whatever this thing is out of, because look at this. Look at you right here. 4 of Cups. And it ends with this lovely Strength card. And I just think the cards are telling you to just, you know, buck up, make the decision, do it. You're going to be okay. I know these are crazy times, but you can't allow, at least you shouldn't allow those outside circumstances to interfere with what your true wishes and hopes and dreams are. Okay? So the 4 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. It tells of a new direction and new interests coming about, usually within a fortnight. That's 14 days. It asks you to become fully involved, as this will lead to a beneficial outcome for all concerned. I mean, it's right here. 9 of Pentacles. And maybe that's what you needed to hear at this moment. Maybe that's where somebody needed to hear this message, Capricorn. Maybe that's what you needed to hear. Let's see. The 9 of Pentacles. With any 10 card. Remember I told you I had 2 10s here. It is an indication of travel, journeys, short trips, and vacations. That's going on a new journey. But I think this is both, you know, I tell you sometimes that this card to me always represents the idea of moving house. Even though we see her standing in her own backyard, you know, turtles, armadillos, snails, they carry their houses on their back. So this is a slow kind of a thing. See that struggle to get to that house there? Maybe you've been trying to buy a house. I don't know. But really, I can't even. I'm just gonna pull one card out, and that will be the Two of Swords. Over this full moon, this could be some kind of something that someone has placed in a written contract that you don't see it yet. So go get the advice that you need. Even if you can't afford to talk to somebody, you can find somebody who's been in the same situation as you and figure out, ask them for what happened when they went through the situation. Maybe they have some advice for you, okay, to help you move through this, and maybe you think what the advice that they may give you might be suspect, or they're giving you advice and you're not even wanting it. But literally, there's gold in this advice, okay? So I'm going to take a look at this Two of Swords here. Whatever this thing is, it's kind of like they keep telling me, my guides keep saying they're making a mountain out of a molehill. And that is easy for me to say sitting here, right? I'm not in this situation. But really, just from the energy of the cards alone, it may be rocky, but it's really nothing to fear or be worried about. Everything will work out well. It may not work out the way you think it does, but that could also be a blessing in disguise. Yes? That ending with the Strength card is just beautiful. It really is. These two cards. And maybe this is what you don't see. At the moment, you don't see how well this is going to turn out. Maybe that's what you don't see. You have your doubts. But all of the cards are telling you that it will. Trust whatever your intuitive powers are. Listen to your friends if you need advice, or those people who can give you advice. But again, you're smart. Use your brain. You have to make it work the way that it works for you best. You can't do it exactly the way somebody tells you to, right? To me, this card is saying don't focus so much on the future. Don't concentrate so much on the future. Try not to look too far ahead. That's what they're saying. And it's the looking too far ahead that's getting you bent out of shape. Okay, I know these are rocky times. We don't know who's going to win. We don't know who's going to lose for the election. We don't know what the COVID's going to bring. We don't know, we don't know anything. So this is what, I tell you what we do know. We absolutely know what we don't know. Okay? And that's all you know. And that should be enough for you at the moment. Domestico. Dottore. Wow. And the Mercante. Now, wow, that's interesting because there are 3 males here, but this is literally the concept of help. This is not somebody who's showing up as really as a person. The Dottore is going to be a professional, someone who can solve a problem. So whatever issue you have, usually it can't be resolved without some kind of specialized services, or someone who's like an accountant, or a real estate agent or a lawyer. Okay, if not an actual doctor, someone who's a medical doctor or a PhD, then this is somebody who's very learned in what they know. Okay, somebody with a university or college degree, so they know what they're talking about. But here with the Mercante, this is a businessman. Okay, typically wealthy, right? But he's not wealthy because he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's wealthy because he was smart and he was shrewd. Now, if this is not describing the kind of person, this is the actual idea of having a business or going into business or making a business or some kind of business deal. This always represents contracts, right? Sales, negotiations, purchasing, buying, those kinds of things. So whatever this thing is, Capricorn, rest assured it's going to be okay. Like I said, it may be tricky, but it's going to be. What I don't see is any news or messages about this, but the cards say within a fortnight and 14 days. And honestly, by that time, Mercury will be out of retrograde. The post-shadow phase will be ending on the 22nd of November, so it's going to be right before then. And then whatever this holdup or this chink or this setback or this fear or whatever this thing is that's bugging you, it's all going to work out well. Here's your card. Number 17. If I'm not mistaken, that's the knight. But look how he's writing in. I know him well, and he loves only you. Pining and aching, no other will do. Now, it says a wedding is on the horizon, or perhaps an alliance with an important, noble, or powerful person is in the offing. This also represents academic diplomas, awards, or newfound freedoms or powers which may arrive. It's literally in the stars, Capricorn. I'm going to tell you something. I'm a Capricorn rising. Having Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto there, and this has been sitting on my ascendant. Pluto been on my ascendant since, I don't know what, 2004, some crap. It's been crazy. But having these three planets in your sun sign, all right, in your first house of self, this is really about the legacy that you see for yourself, or you want you. It's like achieving your highest ambition, who I am. And so this is really good stuff. There's Jupiter right there. We know that this is the sun shining down on you, which is yourself. Here is the sign of Aquarius and Venus. Venus is all about negotiations and sales, you know, getting people to come along with you. What's in it for you? What's in it for me? You know, let's work something out. But there's Aquarius. Saturn's going to be moving into Aquarius very, very soon. Okay, then Jupiter will follow. And then eventually, 2026, I think that's correct, Pluto's going to be moving finally into Aquarius. Okay, it takes Pluto 200 and some years to make a complete revolution around. So this is a brand new thing. And every aspect of your life is going to be different. Okay? But it's going to be this idea that it's all of this crap that's happening in this shit show of 2020 that's going to set you on the path. So think about that for a minute, Capricorn. So with that being said, good luck to you. Namaste. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Grab popcorn for tomorrow night, because that's where I'm going to be sitting in front of the TV. So until next time, bye.